What is up, all of my beautiful YouTube family? Welcome back once again to the Bad LSX Garage YouTube channel. Do you own a 2014 to 2018 Silverado and it's just boring on the inside? I know, I've brought you guys along. We've added some carbon fiber. We even added a console, but it's still just boring. Do you feel that way? You feel like your stuff's just out of date, even though it's a newer model? Yeah, me too. But in today's video, we're going to put this truck into 2025. Stick around, stay tuned, and let's roll that intro. You don't get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. So this should go right here. Yeah, perfect. What's up, all of my beautiful YouTube family? Welcome back once again to the Bad LSX Garage YouTube channel. I'm glad each and every one of you decided to stop back by and see what kind of mess we got going on this week. And a mess it is, but the outcome will be well worth it. Like I said, is your truck bland on the inside, your 2014 to 2018 Silverado? Just, you can't spruce it up enough. It's because all of this mess is out of date. It looks like you're actually playing an Atari game, and I'm just tired of it. But luckily, I got hit up. I got hit up with an email that just kind of blew my mind, and I want to give a huge shout out to Linkswell, because they are partnering up with the Bad LSX Garage, and we have collaborated, and they have sent me the 12-1, the Gen 5 Linkswell full-on stereo system is what I would call it, even though it's probably more of a what you would consider a Tesla screen or a tablet. It's definitely going to set this 2018 Silverado off. I got to be honest with you, fam, I'm neck deep in a mess right now, but that's what we do here. We make the mess so you don't have to. That's why I go through all these videos and kind of show you ways and easier ways how to do things. That way the hard part's done, all you got to do is just copy it. However, right now I'm going to get this situation figured out, but I want to go back 2 days ago and I want to introduce you to Linkswell. Linkswell 12-1 screen. It's a Tesla screen, guys. It is a 5th generation, which means it's for your 2014 to 2018 Silverado and Sierra. So now it's going to change your dull looking boring screen, and you're going to have pretty much a full-blown tablet up in your truck. This radio will fit Silverados and Sierras 1500 2014 to 2018. It's compatible with Silverado and Sierra 2500 and 3500s from 2015 to 2019, and 2020 to 2021 Silverados 5500 to 6500. It fits with the RPO codes IO3, which is a 4-inch screen, the IO4, the 4-inch screen, the IOB, which is a 7-inch screen, which is what I have, the IO5 8-inch screen, and the IO6, which is an 8-inch screen. Trucks with Bose audio systems with the RPO code UQA will require the use of the Bose adapter. This Gen 5 specific Silverado radio now allows the iPhone and Android users to use CarPlay or Android Auto wirelessly to enjoy a seamless experience. Connect your iPhone to the dedicated USB port marked Phone Link and click the app Phone Link on the radio to activate the CarPlay or Android Auto. Use the power of your smartphone for additional features of each system. It is Bluetooth connectivity. It enables hands-free phone calls and wireless music streaming by connecting the Linkswell Gen 5T style Silverado radio to a mobile smartphone Wi-Fi hotspot. Users to use built-in web browsers and apps that require internet data. It has many functions: wireless CarPlay, upgraded 4x45 watt built-in amplifier with DSP and EQ, Android 9, SPDIF, optical output, master Bluetooth control, hands-free A2DP, compatible with amplifier T-harness for non-Bose systems, HDMI input with optional HDMI module, HDMI output, 12-1 HD touchscreen, and it is an Android tablet, 4 GB RAM plus 64 memory, AM and FM tuner with RDS, on-screen climate controls, retains vehicle factory reverse cameras, phone link systems, Apple and Android compatible. And the best part about it is this radio will bring your truck into 2025. It will no longer look like an Atari game. And yes, it is a true plug-and-play system, from the wiring harnesses that they send you down to the radio itself. And of course, I'm going to show you guys how to do all of this, but even the trim pieces, if you have heated and cooled seats, it comes with the provisions to be able to put those in place as well.
The next day.
I want to give a huge shout out to Linkswell for sponsoring this video, for the collaboration, just for all of it, and hopefully we can do something again later in the future. Now guys, listen to me here. This looks overwhelming, and it can be overwhelming. You have to get out of your head. You have to realize that this is just a radio. Even though it's bigger and it's just all apart, it's not like a regular radio that you're going to get from Walmart that's assembled for you. You got to assemble this yourself, so just keep that in mind and breathe. It is going to take a little bit of time. Now, with that being said, what kit do you need? Myself personally, and I can only speak for myself, my truck is an IOB, and I know it's an IOB because I have the 7-inch screen, and the HMI box is not underneath the console, the glove box, excuse me. It's actually behind the factory radio. So if you have a 7-inch screen and your HMI box is not in the glove box, then it's an IOB. But keep in mind that you don't have to order any of this separate. The IOB, along with the IO3, 4, 5, 6, all of that will come all in one kit. You just have to get the pieces that you need out of the kit, if that makes any sense. So we know we need an IOB. It's going to come in a bag. We're going to pull that out of the bag, and this is the IOB. This is everything that's going to plug into the back of your, well, we'll get to that in a second. Just stick it off to the side. The next thing you need to realize is that this radio is not put together. It doesn't have any of the RCA jacks. It doesn't have the antennas, doesn't have the mic. It doesn't have anything. You have to assemble it. So what you need to get out of the kit is GT6 PX6, and it will come in a bag just like this with the part numbers on it. Grab that, put them out together, put them all out so you can see where they're at. Set the bag off to the side. Same with GMC PX6 9.0, also in a bag. It has bags inside of bags. Pull all of those part numbers out and lay them out accordingly. Now this will come with instructions. They're very vague. That's why we're making this video. To take away some of the anxiety, we're going to build this radio right now. First, you want to grab the aux in. These are auxiliary right and left in. We're going to plug those in. Now I want you guys to keep in mind as we're going, some of this stuff may not be used, but at least you'll know where it's at just in case. It would suck to throw away the box and end up throwing something away that you may need later on. So just plug it in, and if you use it, you use it. If you don't, at least you know where it's at. Next is the OnStar audio cable. Plug that in down here as well. I think that's self-explanatory. Next is the USB line. I'm pretty sure this is just an extra, but we'll get to that later. Next is the RCA audio output. This will be for, obviously, subs, etc. Now we're going to work on the top row, which will be your USB harness. And I'm sure that this actually goes for what would be your Apple CarPlay and things like that, but since this is wireless, I believe that these will turn into charging ports. Next is the DVR cable. Again, not sure if this will ever be used, but you may use it. Next is the SPDIF output cable. Don't even know what that is, so not going to pretend to even know. And last but not least, the cam inputs. These are for the cameras. Now, if you order, and you can order other cameras to put with this system. It has the plugs, necessary plugs for it, but it also comes with, which it says right here, factory camera input. This will plug into your rear camera on your truck. So now, pretty much the system is built. We have an extra USB little dongle here. We'll show more about that later, but I'm just going to plug it up right now into this existing one. Now, this is complete for now. We're gonna actually leave this here. We're gonna go over to the truck and start taking out the factory radio. I'm just gonna very easily go around and just remove this. You just gotta be very, very careful. You can feel where there's maybe some resistance, and that's where your clip will be. Now to remove the radio portion itself and the HVAC unit, you have 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove those 4 bolts. Now let's just pull this out. Let's start by removing this one. Might be a little hard here for me to do this with one hand and remove these, but we're going to try. Perfect. Now, just remove this off to the side somewhere. Once the radio is out, this is the part that confused me. It does come with a jumper, and this jumper is for the 2018 and up trucks equipped with a 7-inch screen. There's one additional gray connector behind the screen, including the RVC, which is the reverse camera. It's needed to use provided jumpers to bypass reverse camera signals as following and seal it. So it gives you a picture of the connector, which is this connector right here that we unplugged from the factory radio. And it shows that you count from the right over, and what we need to do is bypass number 5 and 7 and bypass number 6 and 8. So this took me a little bit to understand, but once I got it figured out, it was not that hard. So I definitely want to pass this on to you because there are no videos out there about this. The plug must be flat. Flat bottom has to be on the bottom, the flat like that. You come with this jumper. It's a red and brown jumper. It has little pins on the ends. And if you'll notice, it also has on one side of it a little shiny spot that's kind of revealed. I always want to make sure that that's pointing upwards. So I'm going to start with the red. And as the paperwork shows, if you count over from the right, starting right here at the top, that's pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to start with pin 5. So I'm going to take the red one at pin 5 with the shiny side up and put it in number 5. It shows that 5 and 7 go together, but it's going to be kind of hard to put the brown in once I need to. So I'm just going to go ahead, since I know, and put the brown in next, because the brown will be bypass 6. Shiny side up. Right next to it will be pin 6. Now, obviously, you know red's going to be next because 5 and 7 go together. So we're going to put shiny side up in pin 5, or sorry, pin 7. This can be a little bit hard to do. It's a little bit hard to see, especially if you're blind almost like I am. So make sure to push it in there, but don't push it too hard. You'll bend the little tabs like I've already done. And now the brown one will go in pin 8. And what this does is bypass this camera. This plug, this actual plug, will not be used. You will put this plug just behind the radio. This next part I'm going to do. Doesn't mean you have to do it. You may not want none of this stuff, but if you do, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to show it on camera. I'm just going to do it, and it'll be here. I'm going to remove this trim piece right here by the window so I can pop up my little vent piece that comes along the front, and I'm going to hook up my microphone. This microphone is for if you want to use your Apple CarPlay to speak to things and whatever. You're not going to be able to use your existing one that come with the truck. You are going to get this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to either put it somewhere in this area and clip it on or something, and then I'm going to run it around and down and into the dash. Now keep in mind also, you have what is also comes with the kit that you need to hook in will be your speaker for your turning signals and your chime. That will also go underneath the dash, and for your GPS, and I believe there was one more, yes, for your Wi-Fi. All of this stuff kind of needs to be underneath your dash back in here.
A few moments later.
We've got the radio sitting in here at this point. It's not hooked up. All the other wires that I have that I did not show you how to hook up on this are now here. We have the microphone here, and we have the GPS module here. Now you can put these wherever you want them. I'm just showing you where that I've put them. I have my wires run along the headliner, down the pillar, run back across and down through the back side of the dash. Now we are ready to start plugging everything in. This is for my antenna, so I want to plug it into the back of the radio. That way it's already available to me. Then I want to take, this is the next thing. It says 2 CAN box climate control. And we want to take this gray piece and hook it into the gray piece that is on the bottom that came off the back of the stock radio. This piece right here says 2 radio. So we'll plug it directly into the radio. Two CAN bus. This is your CAN bus box, and you want to plug this into the box. Okay, you want to make sure everything snaps into place. Now, this is your AOB main harness. We need to start getting everything hooked up to this. Come up here to your HMI box, unplug the gray, unplug the brown, unplug the blue, the black, and the antenna. You can take this box, pull it out, and stick it off to the side with your stock radio. Now take your IOB harness, plug the gray into the gray, yellowish brown, baby poop brown, whatever you'd like to call it, into the brown of the truck. Take, says 2 CAN box. That's the little box that we had right here. Plug it into that. There's your reverse camera, the 2 yellow wires, factory cam, and the reverse cam. Plug those 2 together. OnStar. You plug this into, you have a left and right hookup. Now you can buy a left or a Y adapter so you can have it in both speakers, or you can just plug your OnStar into one of the left or rights. And right here it says OnStar audio input. So this is left, this is right. Unless you have the Y adapter, it's not going to play through both speakers. Just keep that in mind. I do have a Y adapter on the way, but for right now, we're just going to plug it into the right side. So it's there. It'll be on the passenger side. The big black cables for the USB. From what I'm gathering and from what I assume, the blue that you unplug from your HMI will go into the solid black one. This one right here. It just plugs in. The black, this is why you need this adapter, to plug it into that, then plug the black into this one. Now if you'll go back to when we was installing all of the cables to the radio, you will know that we have another HMI right here. Like I said, I believe this is an additional one that can just fall behind the dash. Some people have it over here in the in the glove box. All the wires that I run for my microphone and my GPS, I ran those back here. So we need to plug this one in, which is for the GPS, and then this is for the microphone. And you'll go down here to the radio, right here on the where it says mic, and plug this in. Now, I realize that this is a mess right now. I will go back through and zip tie everything up and make everything look presentable before I actually stick this in the dash. I'm just showing you guys how to hook this up. So this, the blue for the GPS, will go to the blue on the radio. The antenna will plug into the antenna. The main harness right here that we plugged into our IOB now is ready to be plugged into the back side of the radio. Make sure you hear a snap. We have two other things here to hook up: the speaker and the Wi-Fi antenna. Now, you can mount the speaker anywhere you want. I'm not sure yet where I'm going to put it, if I'm going to even hook it up. I believe this is just going to give you the chime for the door being open and the turning signals. I don't necessarily like that anyway, so I think I'm going to be optional with this. The Wi-Fi, however, needs to be mounted. It's 3M, just like the microphone and the GPS. Peel and stick. I believe that I'm going to put it on the underside of the dash, but more towards the center of the vent. So that's where I'm going to put it. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's where you have to put it. I think I said this before, but just in case, these three on this wiring harness will not be used. That's on the truck. The one that we use the jumper for, the HMI that's connected to it, and the black plug that actually went to the back of the other radio. This just gets tucked back in and out of the way. Now what I'm going to do is just see if this works. I hate to put all this back together and then something not be correct. So let's just start the truck and see if the radio even comes on. Voila. She lights up. You got a nice HD in the background. I don't want to take off all of this yet until I get everything installed. I don't want my fingerprints, and you have your important warning signs up. Everything looks like it's showing up the way it should. The main thing I want to check is the reverse camera, because we use those jumpers. It may be wrong, I don't know. Reverse, we've got it. So what we need to do now is just clean everything up, get all these wires tucked away, fixed back, get everything put back together the way it needs to be. Check our actual connections to our charging ports, make sure all of that stuff works. Just go through everything and make sure. Don't forget none of this stuff as well. Make sure to put all of that stuff together. And then it also comes with some little brackets. These brackets go to the top of the screen. They made them for the bottom, but they didn't make them for the top. They wanted to make sure that you had something heavy duty to hold this up with, because I mean, it's a big unit. So make sure to put these brackets on, and then she's ready to be installed. I don't have everything buttoned up correctly. I've not got it snapped into place and bolted in. I've just got it set up. I wanted to make sure that everything was a-okay before I put the signature lockdown on it. That one extra USB that we had that I told you was extra, you definitely want to leave it to where you can plug your cell phone into it, because that is what's going to control everything if you want to plug it in with a cell phone. That way it mirrors everything. I've actually got it run down over on this side to where I can keep all of this as factory. We can turn on the AC, comes on down here, turn everything on, blows cold, everything works the way it should. It's a little bit of an aggravation, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit overwhelming. But once you just finally say, look, it can't be that hard, it's truly a plug-and-play system, then that's exactly what it is and is a plug-and-play system. Now, I'm not gonna tell you you're gonna get it done within just a few minutes. It's gonna take you, honestly, it's took me about 3 hours. That's with running every single thing here. I want to apologize for the video being so long, but it kind of is what it is. I really can't do nothing about that if I want to show you the product and the installation of the product. Now, it looks good. This is the way this truck should have looked 11 years ago. Well, this is an 18 model, but when they came out in 2014, honestly, this is the way it should have looked. If a 2006 Dodge can do it, then I don't understand why Chevrolet couldn't do it in 2014. But regardless, either way, I digress. It definitely brought this truck into 2025, and it just gave it another appeal on the inside. It just looks 100% better. And all the stuff that goes with it, all the apps that you can download, all the things that you can do. It's got a 10 or 15, 20, I don't even know how big the EQ is, but all I know is it's one bad mamma jamba. And yes, I do have my sub hook into it. Like I said, it definitely changed the sound for real. But listen, fam, if you want this kind of radio, you're gonna have to pay a little bit. This radio is around 1,500 bucks. But if you go in the link in my description, click on that link, it's unimeauto at Amazon. They're gonna save you quite a bit of change, about 400 bucks to be honest. You can get this radio for 1,100 bucks. I know it's a little pricey, I get it, I understand. But if you want quality, you have to pay for it. Which brings me to something else. If you go to look at the reviews, some of the reviews are bad, some of the reviews are great. Most of the people that are saying that these radios are not that great are the same people who say, oh, it freezes up. It's a computer. Of course it's gonna freeze up. Your iPhone freezes up. Your computer freezes up. You don't think this is going to? It's just gonna happen. So listen. Let go of those people, use your own head, use common sense about things, and well, you make up your own mind. Fam, I love each and every one of you, but as you can see, I got a new toy to play with and I got to get this figured out. If you want to know more, leave a comment in the comment section and I'll definitely keep you guys updated and informed. But until next week, are you ready? Let's do this. Peace. I'm out.